Hello, gamers. Do you like my internet content? Do you have money to burn? Might I suggest pledging to my Patreon? So, to talk about my Patreon, first I have to talk about what I normally post, which is like art and stuff on Twitter, and also I do covers on YouTube and speedpaints sometimes and other goofy meme videos like that. On Twitter, I usually post mid-quality images with a big fat watermark because art reposters exist. So if you pledge at the $2 tier, you get access to the Patreon feed, which just means you can see behind the scenes stuff. Patreon also gets posting priority for art. That's usually about a couple days to a week. And also $2 patrons get early access to my speed paints and like any other miscellaneous videos. This does not include covers for reasons we'll talk about later. And at the $8 tier, you get previous rewards as well as high quality downloads of whatever I post to Patreon without a big fat watermark. So how high quality? 3000 by 3000 pixels, or 3840 by 2160 for the rare occasion that I draw in 16:9. So yeah, that is my Patreon. Let's talk a little bit about the goals now. We already met the first goal, which is $20 a month, and by reaching that high, I'm going to guarantee that I can do my best to post once a month at least on Patreon. So you just make sure to post art at least once a month. I usually draw about at least once a month anyways, so it works out, I would say. The next goal is $50 a month, and at that goal, I can afford to buy ridiculous luxuries like Clip Studio Paint, maybe a microphone, a new mouse, a Bluetooth keyboard, things like that. The next goal is $100 a month, and that is putting out a new type of content like a Let's Play series or a couple of video essays. In the past, it's said that I would do like a video essay or a podcast, but I'm already in a podcast, so Let's Play or video essay. If you don't really care, and maybe you just want to give me a couple bucks or something, which would be very cool, I would appreciate that. I have a Ko-fi, it's just a tip jar, one-time thing, no obligation. Obviously, giving money to me is not necessary or an obligation or anything like that, but it is very appreciated, and it does make my life easier, allows me to pump out content more, and just be happy. Okay, that's the end of the Patreon part. Now we're going to talk about like miscellaneous channel updates and other stuff. So let's talk about what I said we would talk about later, which is the whole why covers aren't part of the early access to videos thing. It's because with covers, it's not my original work. I didn't write the song, and when I cover songs with Vocaloid or Utao, the project file is either one that I've downloaded on the internet from someone, or I've made it from sheet music that I found online. In both cases, I didn't make the original source for the singing from Vocaloid or Utao. Like, I do the tuning, and I make the art for the video, and I make the video, and I do the mixing, and those things. But because I don't write the song, and I don't make the OSTs or the VSQs of the sheet music, because I cannot transcribe by ear, it's just not a thing I can do. Because of that, covers aren't included. Covers are for everyone, I guess you can say. And covers are not affected whether or not I make money on Patreon. But I will probably, most of the time, post art and assets to Patreon. I don't really do that much. Posting art and assets on like Twitter, I don't really do that much these days, just because they're kind of messy. But I will probably post assets on Patreon at least for most of my covers. And then the other thing that I wanted to cover was this podcast that I'm part of. I mentioned it earlier. The podcast is called Nihon Art Online, and I co-host it with my friend Riley, and it's just about Japanese art, which is a vague topic, but we cover a lot of different things. There's a couple episodes out on Riley's channel, so check it out if you have the time. Yeah, so that is kind of everything I wanted to cover today. I will say, though, that if you are interested in supporting other artists on the internet, giving them your money, consider pledging to my girlfriend's Patreon. You should give her money. You will get nice art. That's it. That's the plug. Alright, great. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Be safe. Wear a mask.